He's best known as Pinhead, leader of the Cenobites. Hi, I'm Rebecca Brayton and welcome to WatchMojo.com. We headed to Comic-Con where we spoke with Doug Bradley about his involvement in Clive Barker's Hellraiser film series and to get his take on what makes a great horror story.
The box. You opened it. We came.
What makes a terrifying and excellent horror villain?
You know, they say that the devil has all the best tunes. So I think there's that element that you carry the threat, you carry the danger, but there has to always be something running counter to that, whether it's charm or humor, whatever it is that undercuts the two-dimensionality of playing a villain.
Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
I was lucky in that Clive knows that. Clive Barker wrote the screenplay for the first movie, created the character. He knows that very, very well, and he had written that into my part, so I just had to kind of follow the signposts that he'd laid down for me.
How did you first get involved with Hellraiser?
Clive asked me to do it, and that's simple. We had been working together in theatre for probably 10 years before Hellraiser came along, so certainly when I read the screenplay and looked at Pinhead, I kind of knew in my bones where he was driving, but it was that simple. He just asked me to do it. But I mean, he and I have known each other now for 40 years. We first met at high school.
Where did Hellraiser fit in terms of its contemporaries in the same genre at the time when it was first released?
It's very, very solidly in its milieu and in its time. And Clive puts something timeless into the story. He dropped the gothic horror into the middle of a contemporary slasher horror film and made the two marry together perfectly. The look of the Cenobites, the design of the Cenobites, they will never age. There's a degree of big hair and shoulder pads going on in Hellraiser that tell us we're definitely in the 1980s. But you'll be able to go and look at Hellraiser in 20 years' time, in 50 years' time, if we're all still here. And the Cenobites won't have aged at all, and they never will.
You're also quite outspoken on the idea of remakes, and I know there was some talk of a Hellraiser remake.
They've been talking about it for 4 years, and as far as I'm aware, they're no closer to making it than they were 4 years ago, which is, as far as I'm concerned, is only good news. But yes, I have my opinions, and I'm not pro the whole remake culture.
Thank you very much.
We'll tear your soul apart.
You're welcome.